I don't know if you saw my video with Omniyat. I had to take it down. I'm still getting approvals from the management. They said it was too much information.
Yeah, legend status, ask about the name. I've been putting in work, collecting, fuck the fame. Up in the stat while they watching the 10 in the game. Either you in it or just a critic, man, we ain't the same. I'm focused on making this history into my top 5.
But that's the point, right? Information is key. And how do you make money? It's if you have the right information at the right time, right? So now, let's say 2 years ago, when I was talking about Marcasa by DR, nobody knew about Maritime City, and DR does not do marketing, right? See, basically, how real estate companies in Dubai work is that they have an agency that they will be specialized in, or they want to win awards with, and so they just constantly try and sell those few agencies that they're comfortable with. But that doesn't make logical sense. How can one developer have the best opportunities all around the year? Then all of the developers should probably shut their business down. There are people who come up with innovative strategies. So we're going to talk about one of these innovative strategies that I was shocked. I was like, this is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal investment opportunity. So I was able to see that opportunity when the DR did launch Marcas at 1,800 dirham per square foot. My interest started dipping when all these areas started increasing the price per square foot. Then, boom, came Omniyat with this tropical jungle in the ocean, right? So we are going to talk about it. I'm going to provide as much information as possible. So now I'm sticking to, this is for the people from Omniyat, I'm sticking to the information that you have published. So I'm not going to offend you. See, earlier there were developers that have offended because, again, I just gave too much information and that turned out to be negative for them. But I was willing to take that step because did not matter. I do not work with every developer. There are some developers with a negative reputation, and I'm okay. And these negative developers provide really high slabs of commission. But it's not about, see, people. I'm here to build a brand, build a legacy. So I'm trying to work with products and developers where my investors make money. So, getting into the product, this is Maritime City. Okay. This is Maritime City, what the world knows of, and what I knew till about 6 months ago. Okay. About the location, so before I enter Maritime City, okay, so this is the RYM section by Emaar. Now, when Emaar develops a property, now Emaar came up with downtown. Private developers went to Business Bay. Now, Business Bay, there are some products that are selling at close to 12,000 dirham per square foot, which is not even high as downtown because the private developers shot the market, which surprisingly, yes, it's again Omniyat, right? So I'm just going to put that Omniyat. So Omniyat has the most expensive building in the downtown area, which is called the Dorchester Collection. So we have RYM. What does Emaar bring onto the table? Emaar brings in infrastructure. So now I've explained this. What is the difference between luxury, affordable luxury, ultra luxury? My video in Bluewater Island is coming up very soon. You should look at that video and understand what an ultra luxury audience or an end user expects. He expects exclusivity. Okay, okay. He expects exclusivity, express privacy. He doesn't want a lot of buildings in the property. I think from my old video that at the end I explained this part, so that part will come in the video any which ways. So over here, so RYM is Emaar is developing infrastructure, looking at schools, malls, retail. These are low-rise buildings across the ocean. The only negative is that I think the properties in the front, people have invested over there. They have a lot more opportunity. And Emaar in general, one beds never have a sea view. I think a view is very important in Dubai. People are really particular. See, why do people come to Dubai? For that lifestyle, for living life king size. They want everything that they want, and they're willing to pay a premium for that. So us as investors, we want to invest into products like that, where when the homeowner comes in, he doesn't mind paying a premium. Okay. I'm coming to the most important part. The most important part of this video is what's going to happen in this section. Okay. The tip. This is where your money lies. This is the tropical jungle where I'm going to get into that. Now, RYM is developing infrastructure over here. And on this side of Maritime City, you have, of course, the Dubai Islands. Now, I'll explain again towards the end of the video. You'll find my explanation. I think the major difference between, let's say, affordable luxury and luxury is that exclusivity. And in Dubai Islands, there's a potential of close to 2,000 buildings. Whereas in the product we're going to discuss, it has 9 residential buildings, which is comparable to Bluewater Island. I've explained that. Now, again, about the location, we have RYM here. This is the section where La Mer, this is Pearl Jumeirah, where they have plots and villas, and Nikki Beach. Now, ahead of Pearl Jumeirah, you have Port de la Mer, J1. So, very important term that you need to research on, do due diligence on. J1. J1 stands for Jumeirah 1. So the Jumeirah 1 section of Dubai is being built slightly ahead over here. Let me show it to you. So slightly ahead of that is where we saw Pearl Jumeirah, Nikki Beach. This is the section. So these restaurants that you see, you can search on Gigi Beach, Baoli. It's become some of the top spots of Dubai. Very clean, elite crowd comes over here. Now these areas, so you can see so there were some commercial buildings over here. Again, this is a spot that I think we went around a year ago. It was being cleared. Now, Miras, another government developer, one of the top developers of Dubai, is coming up with a product called Solaya, where they are going to launch only 263 units, and this would be at close to 6,000 dirham per square foot. So that's going to happen on this section. It's important to understand why we're talking about this particular tropical jungle, so we're going to understand the neighborhood, okay? So only 263 units. I'm going to explain the supply in each location, because the lesser the supply, the higher the exclusivity, higher the privacy, and it's going to help the entire location. The dynamic of the entire location changes. So we have Solaya over here. Jumeirah Group, again, is also going to develop a product. I'm not sure of the name as of now, but they're also going to develop a product in this location. So, but in total, the number of units is not going to cross. It's going to be maximum 400 to 500 units. Now, just to give you perspective, recently there's a launch by Damac Riverside. Now, in that one project, we're going to look at close to 6,000 apartments. There are 22 buildings, around 6,000 apartments. So that gives you some perspective about how exclusive this becomes. Now, similar case in Dubai Islands, if 2,000 buildings come, and those are not low-rise buildings, you can imagine it's going to be close to 15 to 20,000 apartments coming in. This year alone, again, some more perspective, the number of units that are being handed over in JVC, 38,000 apartments are coming in JVC. So the difference between an exclusive location and, let's say, affordable luxury and luxury is supply and price control. Now, the reason why there's a very elite crowd over here, now most areas, even Dubai Marina and the Palm, the people who live over here, they're like, okay, the crowd, it's a very party crowd. Not, maybe there's an ultra HNI family, where do they go? So they go to locations like these, and they like living in locations like these. And that's the importance of Jumeirah as such. So again, I'll keep saying this name, J1. Jumeirah is a place where you can even find the King's Palace would be in Jumeirah 3. Burj Al Arab is in Jumeirah 3. The most exclusive hotels, which we're going to go next. I'm going to explain that location. Four Seasons. So the next stop from here, literally the next stop is Mandarin Oriental. So that's literally the next stop right next to this. So before I jump into back to my tropical jungle, which is selling at 3,000 dirham per square foot. I need to, this is the last stop. I'm going, after this, I'm jumping back to the tropical jungle. So, or maybe I'll go to one more stop. Behind this, okay, as you can see, so I've explained this in one of my videos that, okay, the coastline of Dubai is around 72 kilometers, okay? There's one section of the coastline that's bordering Sharjah, starts with Dubai Islands. The section that is parallel to downtown, okay? And that makes sense, right? See, downtown is the center. No matter who says what, downtown is always going to be the prime hub, the location where there's constant business around the year, downtown Dubai. So wouldn't you want to live in a beachfront destination that where you're close to Dubai Mall, you're close to downtown, you're close to DIFC, which is the hub for all financial transactions. You're close to Zabil. So these are your prime locations. And then you have one section that is bordering Abu Dhabi, where Palm Jumeirah, Palm Jebel Ali, Dubai Marina. That's your third section. And we're going to talk about that a different day. Today, we're talking about the most prime beachfront coastline location of Dubai. Now, ahead of this is the Billionaires Canal, where you have so Four Seasons Jumeirah is at the end of the Billionaires Canal. In the Billionaires Canal, you have properties like Nobu Residences, Cipriani Residences, you have the Cavalli Couture, where the property prices are anywhere between 9,000 and 12,000 dirham per square foot. Now, one of the most famous restaurants in Four Seasons is a restaurant called Namos. Now, if you sit in Namos, you will see the location of the most ultra luxury community of Dubai. It's not, nobody talks about it. And that's how ultra luxury is supposed to be. If you've seen it and if you've seen it all over the place, it pops into your feed all the time. Probably it's not ultra luxury, because a true, let's say, you're not going to find ads of Wanzabil. You're not going to find ads of Aman. You're not going to find ads of Redwood. But it's almost every time, see, they don't launch a lot of units. In this particular section of Dubai, there are about 9 residential buildings. So you have Aman and Aman's 3 residential buildings apart from the hotel. You've got Redwood, 3 residential hotels, and they're still in negotiations with Peninsula of London. I'm not sure if that's been onboarded yet. And that's about it. That's it. And then you have an ultra luxury mall where you can expect top brands. You're not going to find your regular Spinneys or Carrefour in these malls. Because is there an ultra luxury part of Dubai? I mean, you can say you cannot say Palm Jumeirah is exactly ultra luxury. There is, Royal Atlantis is ultra luxury. But you have a mix. Same case with Dubai Marina. Palm Jebel Ali, we are not sure yet what sort of products are going to come up. But as of now, Dubai's, as a government, the focus, if H&H is developing that area, they want it to be as exclusive and private as it can be. So there is this video of mine in Bluewater Island, and I've explained this angle a lot in that Bluewater Island video. Now, let's go to our tropical jungle. So this is not a rendering. This is something that they have actually achieved. Okay. So Omniyat is the first ultra luxury developer of Dubai. I think I'm explaining this in the second half of the video that I made for the first video, where there are only 2 international hotel operators in the whole of Dubai. One is Dorchester Collection by Omniyat, and one is Royal Atlantis. So I think some of the products with the most expensive price per square foot is actually Omniyat. And if someone has ever invested at a price point between 2,500 and 3,000 dirham per square foot, if there's any developer who has launched a product on a 2,500, 3,000 dirham per square foot and has gone towards a 9,000 dirham per square foot to 12,000 dirham per square foot, there are very few projects who have achieved that. Namely, the One Palm by Omniyat in the Palm, Dorchester Collection, Royal Atlantis, One Zabil. So One Zabil was launched at a higher price per square foot. But One Palm, initially people didn't believe, because that whole concept of ultra luxury is something that's been trending over the last 2 to 3 years. Because this whole millionaire migration is happening, especially from the UK, from China, from Eastern Europe, from the US. Now these clientele, you cannot you cannot give them an ordinary product. Now, there was this video of mine called House Hunt with a person with a budget of 50 million. Now, when I showed him a villa in Dubai Hills for 50 million, he was like, Zuhair, for 50 million, if I show you a property in London, this is shit. I mean, he couldn't believe it was 50 million. So they are so particular on quality. So that is the rise of private developers. They have to. So if you see the most expensive property sold in Dubai, it's not by any of the government developers. It's probably a product that's picked up and refurbished. So now that is why these particular products that are coming have a lot of value, because the existing value of these high-end products have gone beyond measure. Like when I was looking for a mansion, I think some of the cheapest mansions I saw were around 35 million rooms, which could have been acquired somewhere around 16 to 20 million rooms. So again, that's a separate topic. So this is something that they have achieved. They have built this. Now, wouldn't you think that, okay, if a developer like this came in front of the ocean, an actual sea, it would make a lot more sense. Now, I was surprised that we're not here. When I saw the Bugatti residences got a lot of hype. When I saw the location, I was like smiling. So if you actually look at the location of Bugatti or location of Mercedes, it doesn't. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that topic either. Let's jump into Maritime City. So there's an article in Arabian Business once. So we made a complete report on this. So if you want to get access to the complete report, just hit on the link above and I'll send you the full report on Maritime City and comparable. So we've not just, it's not like I'm just telling you, okay, this makes sense. I'm going to give you a comparable with RYM, with Bluewater Island, with Beachfront, and why this product makes a lot of sense. So the first building is Select by Nautica by Select. And then you have had a row of buildings. So there's by Select, you've got Nautica, you've got two other buildings. You've got Danube's, Oceans, you have Damac. There are two projects by Damac, Harbor Lights. Then you have DR's Marcasa. But most important section is this. So this is around 11 million square foot of built up area, 3 to 4 kilometers of the coastline. What they're doing with this area is unbelievable. So we're going to walk you through this. So in the first section, you're going to find, in this section, you're going to find a pool in the sea. So like what you saw in Marasi Drive Business Bay, they made a pool inside the Business Bay Canal, but this will be a lot better because it's in the ocean. You have a zip lining section in the ocean. Now, if I compare this, now you have to imagine the J1 beach, okay? They're going to have restaurants developed in this section of the residential buildings, which will have, it will not be open to the public, it will be private access, like how they've developed that system in J1 Beach. Now on the next side, you have the outdoor spa in this section. Now the most important part is this peninsula, where 4 of the best hotels in the world, some of the best hotels in the world, hotel operators in the world, think Burj Al Arab, okay? Those are going to come at the tip, and it's not confirmed yet, but they're going to build a private beach like type area in this tip of the Maritime City. Not confirmed yet, but that is the plan, okay? On this section of Maritime City, they're building an entire central park. Now all of this, I have the video, so I hope it's being shot as we speak. So only 9 residential buildings, 4 international ultra luxury towers, where currently in the market, these are being sold between 9,000 to 12,000 dirham. It's gone higher as well, 12,000 dirham per square foot. And there will be an ultra luxury mall. So they are in negotiations for removing. Currently, a lot of investors were hesitant to enter Maritime City because of the mix of industrial and residential. But now Dubai Maritime City and Omniyat are in negotiations to move these to Jebel Ali. Because Jebel Ali is going to be the industrial zone, and this entire section, now must understand, look at it cumulative. It's not just about Maritime City. Maritime City, RYM, Pearl, Nikki Beach, La Mer, J1 Beach, and the peninsula. And you have the Billionaires Canal. So this entire section is going to be the most prime. So look at it in a cumulative perspective. Now, if you, this area is going at 3,000, La Mer 6,000, Peninsula 8,000 per square foot. Now that's exactly why I took the Omniyat video down, because I don't want to mess with them. It's a fantastic product. It's a great product for investors. If you had the information about Peninsula before the launch, you had potential to make money over there. You could have entered around 5,500 per square foot, and now it's at 8,000 per square foot. So over here, it's all about information. Now, my biggest strength is my biggest weakness. The problem is when I start speaking about this, I know it's going to spread all across the market, but I think it's a phenomenal opportunity if you take advantage of it as soon as possible. Now it's insane. I think when this video went out, with the one I had to take down, in around 8 hours, we did business of 20 million rooms. 8 hours. 8 hours. The major clientele was from US. So that's why it was a bummer that the that the video went down. So that's how interesting products get sold. So this is probably one of my most important videos, and I'm going to make videos justifying how important this investment opportunity is. So I'll be making videos in J1 Beach. Hopefully by then Omniyat approves my video so that you see directly from the director of Omniyat of what's happening. Then I've explained, I'm going to send a video of Bluewater Island to explain the prices, why the prices rose over there. So that it's data-driven analysis, so you understand, you see it live. Why is a location termed as luxury? And with so many developers coming into the market who are selling low quality products under the pretense of luxury. So in a market like this, information is key. So the other day I had a client from the UK who came, so he's into the weapons business in the UK. So he was like, hey, Zohaib, I want to invest somewhere around £5 million. I'm not sure where to invest. And so he showed me a product. So I don't know if you know this section of Dubai. It was a building with a view so this is Jumeirah Island's view, right? So it is right opposite JLT. So he told me, hey, you know what? I have a friend who told me we're going to invest around 75 million. He's going to buy around 70 units, and he's looking to buy it together with investors. And he's gotten a really good deal. The actual launch price will be at 3,000 per square foot, and he's going to get into it at around 2,000 per square foot. And I was like, hey, you know what? I love the location. 2,000 per square foot is not bad. And the developer that he mentioned, again, I don't think the developer has launched it yet, so I'm not supposed to talk about it. Again, a really good developer. So I told him, hey, it's not a bad deal, but it's not going to be a deal that you have to rush into, because in this location, again, Shobha launched Verde, Ellington launched Upper House, Danube launched something, I forgot the name. Diamonds. Danube launched Diamonds, and there's an Upper House, a ready building that's for sale. Uptown. So Uptown is trying to be sold currently. So and all of these products were selling somewhere around this price per square foot. So it's not like it was like you have to rush, because there were a lot of pressure selling is happening, right? So so as I said, information is absolute key. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was not as good as the first video, but I really wanted this information to get out there before you lose the opportunity. Now, the most important opportunity over here is that, so the most important opportunity is that only the first tower has been launched and it's almost sold out. The good units are mostly sold out. That is Orise. But then they've got 9 more buildings, so at every launch they will increase the price. The next launch, I don't want to give the dates, again, it's not announced. once we schedule a Zoom call. So if you want to understand this opportunity, please click on the link below. Let's schedule a Zoom call. It'll be with either me or one of my consultants, and I will send you across the report. I'll explain all the numbers to you. I'll explain the investment potential. This is an opportunity where you can potentially make almost 100% ROE. And trust me when I'm saying this, that number is extremely hard to achieve in today's market because the prices are too high. And I'm not speaking about so many products that I used to speak about in literally up to 1 year ago because the prices are just too high. This price is justified because of several factors which I've mentioned in the report. So only the first tower has been launched. With every launch, of course, the developer is going to increase the prices anywhere between 5 to 15%. The number could be anywhere in between. So every time the more you're losing time, the more you're losing opportunity. I hope you understand the importance of this opportunity. After a very long time, I'm strongly supporting a product. Apart from these, I think the next few videos that you can expect is I've identified a few opportunities under 1 million as well. I've been talking, and they're all revolving around the downtown area. So I'll be launching that video as well. But this is a phenomenal opportunity. Don't miss it. I hope you enjoy the video. Please feel free to share your comments, hit the like, share, subscribe button. I'm a few very interesting videos going to come up soon. I'm making an entire beginner's guide to investment in Dubai real estate. A lot of people need this support. They need sort of a relocation support, which includes setting up company accounts, setting up bank accounts, a complete a guide. So I've developed an entire guide for someone who's new to Dubai real estate. I just had some more information from an official, so I want to add this in the video as well. So how do I put this across? Okay, so the pricing strategy has been placed in such a way that by the time they reach this product, Saria started at around 2,600, right? And now we're at 3,000. So by the time they launch the most high-end products that they want to launch, they themselves are going to push the price towards the 5,000 rupees square foot. That's one. These structures that you can see over here, they cannot take too much load. So the maximum load that they can take is G+2. They're not villas because there'll be very few townhouses and villas in this land parcel. They're going to be, again, mostly retail area, because they want to make it a destination like the J1. I just wanted to give you this two information as well. Am I missing anything? So I just want to give you this information as well. So yes, do not miss this opportunity. Please, you have to click on the link now, schedule a call, understand the product, and best of luck. Thank you for watching. Mohammed Zahid.